The Feifei leader wants revenge on Sawa. He faces him head-on, throwing out one provocative gesture after another, trying to spark Sawa's anger away. Sawa's patience isn't weakness, it's protection for the little one in his arms, baby Feifei. This is Mina's child, Sawa's former mate. After Mina became a python's meal, Sawa took her baby in without hesitation. Now he has a task. And for Sawa, a male with no experience at all, parenting is uncharted territory. He can't provide milk for the baby, and no one is willing to take turns help. Enormous energy until he becomes tired and listless. Whenever he can, he steals a brief nap and retreats at once. But baby Feifei doesn't understand the danger yet and keeps climbing higher and higher. If this continues, scanning frantically for baby Feifei, suddenly the youngster tumbles from the tree. The fall is hard, but compared to being carried off by an eagle, it's a stroke of luck. In the blink of an eye, baby Feifei has nearly come to harm, and Sawa realizes something creepy. Baby Feifei can barely avoid starvation. This can't go on, and Sawa faces another threat. The leader seizes every chance to push him down. He's a grudge holder. For baby Feifei's safety, Sawa swallows his pride again and again, but it won't solve the real problem. The baby needs a mother's care, and more importantly, milk. Sawa looks around, his helpless eyes settling on the females nearby. How he wishes someone would help, and perhaps Sawa's devotion stirs something in the air. A gentle female approaches. Her name is Dika. Not long ago, she lost her own baby, and now through maternal instinct, or perhaps something deeper, she decides to help Sawa. Baby Feifei is overjoyed, and for Sawa, this is exactly what he needs most. Yet Sawa stands there like a statue, almost shy. If he weren't born dark-faced, he'd be blushing red by now. And so, a new family is born. Sawa finally has a partner. From now on, together, they'll raise baby Feifei. With Dika's help, baby Feifei is happy each day, and Sawa's life grows easier. But the leader, still bitter, can't stand Sawa's peace. He searches constantly for a chance to suppress him. Even though Sawa now has fewer worries, today is not the day to explode into conflict, because soon they'll attempt something even more dangerous: stealing crocodile eggs, a rare delicacy, available only during the crocodile's breeding season. But with a predator as fierce as this, everyone must stay razor sharp. To reach the eggs, they have to cross the river. The arrogant leader chooses to wade straight through. Is it bravery or pure luck? He reaches the far bank by the narrowest margin. Sawa won't take a needless risk like that. The others agree, and none follow the leader's path. Sawa and Dika search along the edge for another route, and the group falls in behind Sawa instead. It feels like a better beginning. Before long, Sawa spots a solution: a fallen tree that reaches the far bank. For them, the gap is manageable, and Sawa jumps across with ease. But Dika hesitates because she's carrying the baby, and that limits her movement. From the other side, Sawa urges her on. Even though a slip could send her into the water, Dika chooses to trust him. But in the end, something goes wrong. The crocodiles hear the commotion and begin to converge. Up in the tree, Sawa can only watch, helpless. Amazingly, Dika escapes again by the narrowest margin. That was truly terrifying. Seeing his family safe, Sawa races to Dika. Only a heartbeat separated him from losing what matters most: his family, and you can imagine the guilt that floods him. With Sawa leading, The group soon finds the crocodile eggs, and the mother isn't here. After checking again and again for danger, they begin to feast on the rich, rare prize. In nature, even a delicacy comes with a countdown. Now they must move quickly, because the crocodile could return at any moment. And there's also the leader, greedy and domineering. Perhaps because he didn't get the first taste, the leader explodes with anger and claims the remaining eggs for himself. Sharing is not part of his nature. Sawa can do little. In the wild, strength often decides. The leader has overlooked one fatal detail. The mother crocodile has returned. He senses nothing behind him. Sawa sees the crocodile, but he doesn't warn the leader. Still, the leader reacts fast and narrowly survives. You can almost hear Sawa, under his breath, cursing the crocodile for missing the chance. After this raid, Sawa's standing in the group begins to rise. The leader, of course, notices. He gathers a few loyal enforcers, ready to put Sawa back in his place, to remind him who rules here. Sawa is used to this pressure. For baby Feifei's safety, he yields again, but the leader refuses to stop and keeps provoking him. When baby Feifei moves away, Sawa decides to test the leader. He accepts a challenge. The result is awkward. Sawa is defeated again. But elsewhere, baby Feifei is in danger once more. One wrong move, and he could fall straight into the jaws of crocodiles below. Sawa panics. By sheer luck, baby Feifei snatches a root in midair. And in the end, he survives. Now Sawa regrets letting the conflict erupt. For baby Feifei's safety, he knows he may have to endure all over again. For a while, life settles. Baby Feifei grows stronger, strong enough to play on his own. Sawa has more moments with his mate, and their bond deepens. Everything seems to be improving, but the leader can't accept that. Jealous, he begins to plot. A cruel plan takes shape to break them apart and claim Dika for himself. Before long, he gathers a few close followers, ready to target Dika. Right in front of Sawa, he brazenly begins grooming her by force, watching Sawa's reaction from the corner of his eye. For any male, this is a profound humiliation. Yet Sawa tries to stay still, as if he sees nothing. Dika lies low, her eyes pleading with Sawa, begging him to step in. Sawa can't bring himself to meet her gaze. Seeing no response, the leader prepares to go even further. And now, Sawa can't endure it. He sets baby Feifei down and charges straight at the leader. Sawa is furious, but he's still not as strong. Once again, he's beaten. Sawa understands the truth. The leader targets Dika, simply to punish him. To end the bullying of Dika and baby Feifei, Sawa decides to leave the group. He chooses to walk away alone, but is it the right choice? After leaving, Sawa returns to live on Feifei Mountain. No leader, no oppression, just freedom. Yet, his mind never stops worrying about Dika and baby Feifei. As drought intensifies, a waterhole, not far away, becomes the only water source in the area. Sawa knows the Feifei group will come here to drink, so just to see his family again, Sawa comes to wait. But misfortune strikes. A few lions mistake Sawa for prey. He has no choice but to scramble into a tree. For lions that can't climb, Sawa is safe, for now. Before long, he sees the Feifei group arrive to drink. But then, the one thing he dreaded most happens. Dika has been forced to submit to the leader's intimidation. And worse still, Sawa witnesses something that enrages him. The leader is abusing baby Feifei. Dika can't stop it. Up in the tree, Sawa cries out in fury. And if the lions weren't still below, he would have thrown himself into a fight to the death. Eventually, the lions lose interest and move on. But when Sawa climbs down, the Feifei group is already gone. Then, a lightning strike hits a tall tree, igniting a wildfire. With dry grass as fuel, the flames spread rapidly. The group panics, running in every direction. Soon the fire reaches the Feifei group's territory. Everyone flees for their lives, but Sawa is frantic. He's thinking of Dika and baby Feifei. He races toward them. In chaos like this, every animal thinks only of survival. The leader is nowhere to be seen, and in the confusion, baby Feifei climbs a tree to escape the flames. The fire grows stronger. Dika is powerless on the edge, and at last, she can only retreat. But at the critical moment, Sawa arrives. Ignoring the danger, he enters the burning zone alone and spots baby Feifei trapped in the tree. The youngster hears Sawa calling and climbs down in a hurry. Back to him. Without Sawa's life-risking rescue, baby Feifei would have died today. Not long after, Sawa brings the youngster back to the group. And surprisingly, no one drives him away. Instead, the others look at Sawa differently now, because during the fire, the leader chose to flee alone. In blind panic, he ran straight into leopard territory and became prey himself. A fitting end, perhaps. In the wild, consequences arrive swiftly, and Sawa's courage earns the group's respect. And so, a new leader rises. Some bold young females even throw themselves at Sawa. But Sawa stays true to what matters. He chooses Dika, because when life was hardest, she was the one who saved them. The peak breeding season for this species will arrive in about 2 months, right in the grip of winter. When females enter estrus, they quietly reassess the male's rule, either continuing their support or turning to a new king. A ruler of 4 years now faces a test. He must prove he still has the authority to lead. The group continues its daily routines as if nothing has changed. But in the inner circle, tension builds. Eyes drift again and again toward the edge where a lone male waits. And still, Braveheart lies there, almost lazy. A sharp-eyed challenger senses opportunity and moves in quietly. The females notice this delicate moment. Everyone does. This is a risky experiment. Now the queen must choose. Reject the flirtation or accept it. In this species, females aren't strictly monogamous, especially when their king neglects them. But the smartest females avoid openly challenging a ruler's authority. Because if an affair, especially by the queen, is caught in the act, even a complacent king will not tolerate it. And now, Queen Furo is caught clearly. Braveheart's gaze turns razor sharp, broadcasting a single message. The young challenger must understand who truly holds power. Braveheart drives him back, step by step, displaying rank and authority. He even provokes the challenger. Turning it into a chase. The younger male counters, refusing to yield. But Braveheart holds firm, giving not an inch. That sudden surge of dominance is impressive, yet it doesn't fully quiet the doubts within the females. Even as Braveheart fights, the females watch coldly, not stepping forward to defend their king. Only one younger member offers the faintest show of support. The challenger throws another taunt, and Braveheart answers, driving the fight into a crescendo. The challenger begins to falter, retreating again and again. For Braveheart, there's a measure of relief. Furo is not yet in estrus, so this brief contact won't result in pregnancy, at least not for now. For the moment, Braveheart's bloodline remains secure.